I'm wasting my time. Good morning. I'm wasting my time. You're wasting your time. Are we all wasting our time when it comes to organic social media? We're going to talk about that this morning. Welcome into Small Business Mornings. I'm your host, Pat Miller, founder of the Idea Collective, a community exclusively for solopreneurs and scaling small business owners that want to put collaboration over competition and help each other win. Remember our phrase, it's your dream. Don't grow it alone. On today's show, we are going to question whether or not we are wasting our time with organic social media. But also on today's show, I get to do something that I have dreamed of. And today, finally, I get to do something that you only get to see in movies. I'll tell you about that. Also, it's going to be a busy couple of weeks coming up for the Idea Collective. I have some announcements that I'm excited to share that we'll give later on in the program, and a meme of the week from our director of meme, Abby Miller. Good morning, Patty. Great to see you. So I'm rationalizing out loud with our lead story today because the results of our question of the week on my LinkedIn page, frankly, depressed me. Depressed me like you can't even imagine. Depressed me. And the question of the week was quite simply, are you using organic, meaning unpaid, organic social media to grow your business? So we spent all last week asking the folks on my LinkedIn page, are you using organic social media to grow your business? We asked like 100 people. We got 14 answers. And of the 14 answers that I received, one said that they're using organic social media mixed in with paid social media that's actually growing the business. Good morning, Aaron. So what's going on here? Organic social media, put stuff out on social, business grows. Isn't that what we all kind of think is going to happen? Now, I'm a business owner, not a marketing expert, that's for sure. And I'm pretty frustrated because I spend a lot of time on the socials. And I think to myself, if I just put good stuff up there, if I'm just consistent, I can grow my business using organic social media. And if you're like me, you're thinking that that would be the ticket, right? But now I'm not so sure. So let's review. I asked the audience, I polled America. Are you using organic social non-paid? And of all the answers, there was only one that came back that said that they were using organic and it was actually working. So let's give a shout out, shall we, to our friend Catherine. Look at this book she wrote me. Catherine, you're fabulous, but you wrote me a lot. And I'm going to give you a little brevity here, kind of sort it out a little bit. She said that she uses social media to promote a photography studio in Ohio. And she said, we prioritize a trifecta approach, consistent posting, along with targeted ads for their specials, along with beautiful visuals, visually engaging content. And they use that trifecta for their organic social media outreach. And she really went on and on. It was a great piece of feedback. So thank you very much. And this will be a part of all the answers that I received to this week's question of the week. Do you use organic to try and grow your business? So again, thank you for the feedback. I appreciate it. So listening to her that I do the organic, but we do have to use paid for the special stuff, I'm reflecting again on what is your use case and what are you seeing for your business? Is organic social media dead for you? Because it certainly seems dead for me. I thought, okay, I got to go look up the stats. What is actually going on with the reach for organic social media? And it's not good. It's not. If good's over here, it's over here. Organic social media stats, organic social media reach stats for Instagram and Facebook, according to Social Insider. Instagram organic social media reach in 2024 is currently at 7.6%. 7.6%. Facebook is at 5.9%. And I looked for a LinkedIn stat, but you can't get any data out of LinkedIn. LinkedIn is pretty much the KGB of social media. You can't get any information out of LinkedIn for anything. So what are we doing here? Think about how much time you spend on social media, and we all think, I mean, come on, I'm not the only one that thinks this, right? If I just stay consistent, if I just make a witty post, it's really going to help me grow, right? I'm not the only one. Please tell me this. But as I listened to the answers and I did a little research and I thought about this, I kind of had an awareness. And again, marketing people, check me on this because I know I'm not a marketing person, but I think I need to think differently about what I'm doing online and what the results will be. Because just growing your or posting your stuff online isn't going to grow. But I had like this visual that kind of made it feel better for me. So again, marketing people, check me on this. Growing your business with social media is like hosting a play and thinking just hosting a play is going to sell more tickets. That's not how it works. So let's pretend you're a playhouse, okay? You're a playhouse, you're putting on a play, great. And you want to sell more tickets for the play. Well, in order to sell any tickets, you got to have a great play. You got to put on the show. And in my mind, maybe this is my entertainment media background, but that's the organic social media content. That you got to flood your channel with a good show. You got to put on content that people want to read, just like you want to put on stuff on stage that people want to see or things on the radio that people want to listen to or whatever it might be. The content on your channel needs to be good so you can engage your current fans and followers. Now, again, if this is super wrong, I've got marketing people stabbing me in the neck with a pencil. But you got to put on a good show. It's just like being someone that's putting on a play. You got to put on a good play or no one will ever come back to what you're doing. But if you want to go get more people in the audience, you got to tell people that don't know you exist. That's advertising. That's paid social reach. Am I thinking about that the right way? Please tell me I'm thinking about that the right way, because it makes a lot of sense in my big dumb brain that this whole time I've been sweating how good the play is on stage, thinking the play itself will help me get more butts and seats. That's not how it works. The play itself helps entertain the people I already have. That great social content isn't going to grow, but it will help engage the people that I have. And it may grow at a very slow rate. That's cool. And it may reinforce what the company is all about. Okay, that's cool. But when it comes to get people in the playhouse, I got to go out and tell them. I got to invite new people to the party by advertising it. No matter how consistently you perform a great play, no matter how clever your play is, it's not going to scale for real, like the hockey stick growth, unless you go out and tell new people about it. Please tell me I'm right on this. And please tell me I'm not crazy. Aaron Slutsky, I'm not crazy. Am I? Please tell me I'm not crazy. Because I have been working hard on my LinkedIn profile lately. Like, I've really been dedicating myself to LinkedIn. I've stopped posting on Facebook. I've really stopped posting on X, Twitter, and I never posted on Instagram because it's awful. And I only focus on LinkedIn right now. And my numbers are going up. Pretty happy about the numbers. Here are the numbers the last 28 days. Okay? Awesome. Having great conversation on the old LinkedIn. And that graph looks pretty nice. Hey, look at that. It went up. Whee! But it's not growing in the same way that if I put money behind it, it would grow. And if you look at that chart, I've received 16,000 impressions over the last 28 days. And 500 engagements. You can't see that, but that's on another screen. Now, in advertising terms, that's nothing. 16,000 impressions is nothing. They sell impressions in units of 1,000. They call it an M, Roman numeral. 16M. 16 units. That's 16 units. 16 units. If I were to buy an equivalent number of units, it'd be about $100 worth of reach. $100 worth of reach. So in the last 28 days, I have been like banging my head against the wall to make a great play on LinkedIn. Thank you, Aaron. That's very kind of you. So I've been putting on this great play as much as I could, listening to what people are reacting to, trying to do more of it. Yet it's resulting in marginal butts and seats. And I could get way more people in front of it if I actually put some money in front of it. About $100 worth of paid reach is what I'm getting right now. And I'm telling you, I'm spending like an hour a day on my LinkedIn. So I'm getting paid by about $5 an hour for my LinkedIn work right now. And I'm engaging great people. But the idea that we are going to grow the business by putting on a great play, I'm telling you, all the feedback I got, no way. So if you're looking to grow the business, the growth of the business, we got to put on a great play. I'm working on that, but we got to go out and put on some paid promotion. So I've just kind of had the awareness this morning, made the decision, and I'm going to go for it. We're going to put some paid outreach out there and try and supercharge the audience and see what will happen. And we'll check back in on the graph and see what it looks like. And we can follow along together, because maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I just, who knows? But thank you to everyone that contributed to the question of the week. Are you using organic social media to grow the business? And we're going to put together a blog post that will go up at smallbusinesscommunity.com with everyone's answers. But this question of the week and the review of my reach has really just iced it for me. I have to. And if you're already doing this, you're light years ahead of me. Good for you. Just because I'm devastatingly handsome and I'm doing a live show on LinkedIn doesn't mean I have it all figured out. That was irony and a joke, by the way. I'm trying to learn how this whole thing works. So let's stay connected and let's share our results so we can grow the businesses the way that we want. How about we talk about literally anything else? I get to do something that I have always dreamed of today. Something that I cannot believe I get to do. I have goosebumps. I get to do this thing today. Do you want to know what it is? I am so excited. Today at 10:30, I have a dentist appointment. But for the first time ever, I'm going to walk in like Conor McGregor. I'm going to walk in like I own the place. Sup? How you doing? Sup? How you doing? Yeah, Pat Miller, I'm here for the cleaning. Yeah, I'll just wait over here. Now, why am I so excited to go to the dentist? I'm telling you, I have dreamed about this my entire life. Good morning, Sue. I get to finally say what I've always wanted to say to the dental hygienist. Put yourself in the chair and listen. Like, think about sitting in the chair. They put the little bib on you. They give you the dorky sunglasses. They sit you back. Okay, I'm back here. And Sue, the hygienist, says to you, well, Pat, have you been flossing? And no, of course not. Of course, duh. But you don't say that. You don't say no. You say, oh, yeah, a little bit more than usual. Yeah, sure, I've been doing better. Which always means once last week when you remembered you had an appointment coming up, and last night in a panic, right? because it's a total lie. No, of course not. But today, today, Pat, have you been flossing? You're goddamn right I've been flossing! Woo! Woohoo! I'm going to be like Nicholson on the stand. Oh. I have been flossing like a mofo. Woo! I have been flossing. It has been a New Year's resolution for me. And I actually have been taking it super seriously. Almost every night. Like, I've got a whole routine. I've been doing it, and I've actually stuck to it. So today, when Sue leans me back, so Pat, have you been flossing? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then I'll open my mouth, and like a rainbow will come out. Oh! And she'll look into it, and like a tear will form. Those are the most beautiful gums I've ever seen. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome because I've had to lie twice a year, every year, forever. Ever. And today, oh, baby, it's going to be epic. Epic. And I think I'll do better with that little torture device. What is the deal with that, by the way? Does your dentist do the torture device? The gum probe thing? They take a piece of metal and they measure how far they can jam it into your face. And then they like take scores of every little tooth. And she talks into a recorder. 1, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the whole time you're thinking, what did I do to deserve this? I'm a relatively nice person. Why? Did I not vote the right way? Maybe are they pranking me? That like they don't do it to anyone but me? They just jam the metal in my face? We have AI robots that can negotiate a home loan for me, and you're still jamming metal into my face until my face bleeds. Why? I don't know. But today, oh my God. Oh my God. Sue, you just get ready. I've been flossing. Oh, I'm so excited. So that's where my life is at now. I am, chest bumping my fraternity brothers over the idea that I'm flossing. That's how cool I am. I used to go to concerts and I used to be cool, but no, now I'm on the web talking about flossing. High five me. In addition to that, I have an appointment this week about getting a hearing aid, and I've scheduled my colonoscopy. True stories. And wouldn't it be great? Okay, if colon cancer is such a big deal, couldn't they make it less horrific? Because they say that colon cancer is one of the big risks for guys my age, and we need to get scanned, and it's so important to do. But when you spend 10 seconds looking up what happens to get a colon cancer screen, you just kind of look and see what it is. You drink the world's most disgusting liquid, you read a book on the toilet for 2 days, and then unspeakable things happen to you while you sleep. Colonoscopy. I mean, you think colonoscopy could use some marketing people. Someone needs to go in and just say, you know what? This isn't working. We need to do something new here. We need to come up with a better way to talk about it because this ain't helping. So, let's talk about literally anything else. How about a whodunit? Should we do this? This is a whodunit. I saw a research study, but then I solved the case. And we'll see if you can solve the case by the end of the story. Because I saw a headline and thought, that's interesting. I had not considered that. But then I read through the whole thing and solved the case as to why this study is the way that it is. So here's the headline. Is your email your primary way of communicating with people? And if it is, you might be wasting your time. Because a study found, after researching 8,000 small business employees about their email use, they're spending, on average, 11 hours a week writing email. On average, they're writing 112 emails a week, but here's the waste your time part. Only 36% of them get fully read. Does that track with you? You spend all this time writing emails, and people don't even read them. That makes sense? And I was trained in corporate, 20 years in corporate. I mean, email was the primary way that we communicated with people, and it was also the primary way that you had receipts. Oftentimes, I would send emails, not because I wanted to send the email. I wanted to have a time-stamped check of, we talked about this. I sent you an email. It's in the company record. Like, that was part of the reason why email existed. And that's kind of come with me into the private sector, that I'm kind of an email monster. But it does feel like they're kind of not being read. Does it feel like that for you? Do you write a bunch of email and it doesn't seem like it does anything? And then they just did the 1-2 punch. You're doing all this email and a lot of it's not getting read. And then the second punch came through. 46% of people think it's an old-timey, outdated thing. Oh, my God. So 46% of the people they surveyed think it's a dated form of communication. So you spend all this time, only a third of them get read, and 50% think you're a dinosaur for using it. Now I thought, now wait a minute. That stat, that last one, that's where my BS detector went off. I thought, hold up. There's this big study about email, and the big aha moment is that email is outdated. That's where beep, 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 BS detector, beep, 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 BS detector went off. And I thought, this is a time to solve the puzzle. Who would commission a study and be thrilled if the feedback they received is that email is outdated and a waste of people's time? Who would want that result? Now, come on, solve the case. Who would commission a study and be happy if the results showed email is out of date and nobody uses it? Who would want that? And this is why it's important to read through these studies you see on the web. 62% of people think water is scary. You got to read through it and see, oh, this was commissioned by Coca-Cola, right? You got to see who commissions these studies, because you can kind of make data say whatever you want it to. So who would want this to come out as email is old-timey and ineffective? The answer, Slack. The instant messaging platform. Slack commissioned the study, and the answer came back that email is old-timey and nobody uses it. You think you're slick, Slack. You're not slick, Slack. I see you, Slack, trying to be slick. You ain't slick, Slack. I see you. Now, the answers might be real. I mean, who knows? The answers might be real. But yeah, Slack. I see you. All right, we got some exciting stuff coming up in the small business community that I'm excited to share with you. A lot of meetings on the way and some big news that's coming soon as well. So let's talk about some of the big meetings that are happening. One of them is happening today. One of them's happening later this week. One of them's happening in 2 weeks. So the Idea Collective Small Business Community is doing an in-person meetup in Milwaukee today. Hello. We're going to be together from 4 to 6 over at Abby's studio in Brookfield, Stories Frame Photography. It's free and open to the public. If you would like to attend the event, all you got to do is register. So we'll put the link up on the QR code up on the thing, and just tell us that you're coming. And what we do in these events is we do a whole bunch of networking, and then we host an idea slam live in person, which is really, really fun. So even if you're not a member of the small business community yet, you could join us and get to know us a little bit and be a part of the event. Then Susie Moon is hosting her community over in Madison on Wednesday from 9:30 to 11 at Serendipity Labs. So we would love to see you there. And then what else do we have? Oh, yeah. We have our monthly major happening inside the Idea Collective. The Idea Collective does one big event called the Monthly Major, where we do some networking and we learn from one of our community leaders. And this month, it is Caitlin Penny. And Caitlin Penny is one of our members who lives in Arizona, and she's going to be doing a monthly major event, how to make sure your brand isn't holding you back. So if you think, is my brand cutting through? Does it make sense? How do I know if this is working or not? Caitlin's going to lead some discussion and education for us about our branding to make sure that it's on point. So watch for that, community members. Wednesday night, you can learn more at smallbusinesscommunity.com. Last thing I want to share is major, major stuff. 2 weeks from today, Monday, March 4th, we're going to share a huge upgrade inside the Idea Collective small business community. Big announcement coming up on March 4th. And we will share the headliner. We won't put it on sale yet, but we'll share the headliner for the May 1st Digital Summit. And we're welcoming a big-time guest for a special appearance for an Idea Slam in March. So we have a lot going on this show right here, Monday, March 4th. Don't miss it. Okay, it's time for our meme of the week from our director of meme, Abby Miller. She's put a lot of time and effort into this, and I love this one. My local Super 8 is being rebuilt. Now I know why. There was a spider. It's all okay now. That's kind of how it goes in our house. So when you're living in the house here, the old Miller household, you're always looking for making sure everybody's okay, right? You're the dad. You're trying to make sure everything's cool. And every once in a while, like once a week maybe, I'll hear someone, a kid or Abby, like yelling like they fell down the steps. And I know that they didn't fall down the steps. I know that just means there's a spider that I need to go mush, because that's my role. My role is to throw things away, turn off lights, and mush spiders. I am the husband. You're welcome. Okay, if you're not a member of the Idea Collective small business community, now is your chance. Use the QR code right up here. 2-week free trial to check out what we're building. And in 2 weeks in this space, we are going to announce some major league upgrades for the community. I'm Pat Miller, founder of the Idea Collective. I get to go tell my dental hygienist, Sue, that I've been flossing. I'll share with you how that goes. Let's make it a great week. Thanks for tuning in.